Hey, well, it's February 6th there on 2010, and I've got a fight coming up. It's the super middleweight tourney. It's still going. For those of you that might have forgot about it, I don't think so, though. You're still with me, right? This one is the Andre Dirrell versus Arthur Abraham portion of the tourney, and I'll get the other ones in soon. But this is the first one of the three that's coming up, the second round of it. And as you know, I will break down the fighters, and then I will give my prediction. Yeah? All right. Okay, the first fighter I'll break down is Andre Dirrell. He's he's the youngest fighter in the tourney. He's the tallest guy at 6'2". He's got a good reach. He's 18-1-0 now because he lost to Carl Froch. Now, a lot of people disputed that, and they were like, oh, well, he did have the two best rounds of the fight. I'm not going to take that away from him in the 11th and 12th. He looked really good in those rounds. The problem is the first 10 were so horrible that you wouldn't have watched the fight to the 11th and 12th round. Did he learn from this last fight with Froch? Is he going to put himself in a position to get hit? I'm not saying he has to get hit, but he's got to be in the danger zone. Fly into the danger zone. Yeah, you thought you could get away without me singing, didn't you? Yeah. Anyway, put himself in there to get hit. Not saying he has to, like Mayweather does. I mean, he's right in there. You can hit him. It's just that he uses his movement so good that you don't. And Dirrell has the athletic ability to do this. Now, he chose to run. I mean, like a track star in his last fight, and that did not work well for him. He's realizing now, hey, he's going to have to get in there and mix it up a bit. And it looked good when he did it. He's very fast. He can throw any punch under the sun. He can throw 100 punches in 40 seconds. And but he has the least amount of experience still of anybody in this tournament. The talent is still there, though. He holds his hands too low, which makes him susceptible to getting hit. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're with me. All right. And the stamina looks to be there. If going into this fight, I questioned his stamina because he never went 12 rounds. He'd only went like 10 rounds once and 8 rounds another time. The power looks to be there because of his speed. And he throws his punches when he throws his punches, I have to clarify this, because when he sits on his punches, he throws them with bad intentions. Well, seeing as how he's no longer in the tournament, I still have to kind of throw that in. Anyway, never mind. That was bad. He's good with the uppercuts, and he can switch naturally south. He can switch. He can go over and fight. Whichever hand he's feeling at the time is what he rolls with. And he, as I said, he throws with conviction. That being said, we go over to his opponent, Arthur Abraham, the King. Now, this isn't Carl Froch. Okay? He's more cerebral. He has a better defense. He's faster. He has more foot movement. And he's a better counterpuncher than Carl Froch. You don't believe me? Look at the tapes, man. Look at the tapes. They share a common opponent in Taylor. And Abraham was far from losing that fight. You know what I'm saying? He was well up on the rounds. Okay? He didn't have to knock him out to win like Carl Froch did. He is the smallest fighter left in the tournament, but I think he's probably got the most power left in the tournament. Or he has the most power. Because the only person left was Taylor. Anyway, okay, sidetracked. He carries his power late. He's got very, very good power. He carries it late, as you saw with the knockout with Taylor, the 10-round knockout of Oral Ayala in the 12th and Guevara in the 11th. So he carries his power late, and he does very well with that. And he's 31-0 with 25 knockouts, so you do the math on that. He's close to a 70% knockout ratio, if not more. He sticks to his game plan. He is very patient. He keeps those hands high. He does the angles. He can walk you down. He can cut the ring off very well. And because he sticks to his game plan, he forces you to throw a lot more punches than you would normally throw, which in turn affects your stamina at the end of the fight. You know what I'm saying? He keeps his. He stays on his game plan. He doesn't veer from it. Very, very technically sound and very cerebral fighter. He forces his fighters to punch themselves out, as I said. He's got great stamina. He's won 12 a lot of times. He's a very tough guy. Very, very tough. I mean, he went 8 rounds with Miranda with a broken jaw and then beat him. Man. He is open when he does load up. Because he'll be like this for a long time. But then when he just starts throwing the bombs, you know, he is open a little bit there. He drops his right when he's loading up with the left. He's got a very good chin. He can take a shot, and he goes. Okay. Now, if you want to see a little bit more of these fighters, you know, I did breakdowns of them in the first rounds of the tournament, so you can check those videos out, and I'll put those links in the sidebar over there. Okay. All right. Well, hey. I got to do a prediction. Oh, you guys were going to let me get away with it, but I caught myself. All right. With this, I see the fight going about the same way that Abraham's fight went with Taylor. I think Abraham is far too seasoned. I think he's going to force Dirrell to fight his fight. I don't know if Dirrell is ready to commit himself to sitting down and sitting in on his punches, and I don't know if there was enough time has transpired for him to do that. You feeling me on that one? I'm not saying in time, I'm not saying 3 years down the road Dirrell will probably be a completely different fighter and a much better fighter, you know, but I think this is too short a time. I don't think he's still figured it out. I think he would do much better against a fighter like Ward than he would with Abraham, or he would do much better with Kessler than he would with Abraham. Two different type of fighters. So I'm going to go with I think this will be a decision. I think Abraham wins this 12-round decision. I don't see him knocking him out. Dirrell moves too much for that, and he won't let him. He would rather run away and lose than to stand and get hit. So we'll see how this goes for him. Okay? Well, hey, Abraham by decision. This is the Bigragu. I'm out.